Guys, so I think this is gonna be the last video before we go over one takeoff, because what I'm trying to show it here is just like 80%. I think I use 80%, maybe less, of what the PlanSwift has to offer, but I think it's gonna apply to all of you guys, because especially if you want to start, everything I'm showing here is the thing that you should focus on, rather than knowing 100% of the project, of the software, I mean. Cool. Let's go over some last items before we go over a real takeoff. I think will be beneficial. All right. Okay. What I'd like to explain now, if I have if I open here, like I said, the location is inserted, okay, but PlanSwift allows me to use a code. You see all this information is in black and this one is blue. If I click on top, you see there's an item called location. Is the exact same name from the layer. So on the material and layer, they have the same item. If I put this code in here, bracket dot dot, you can do slash the name and then close with the bracket, or simply bracket dot dot bracket. Let's use it here so you guys can see. Let me just, okay, so bracket dot dot bracket. You see it's the same, so it catches the same information that is on top to the layer. So I programmed the layers to have that feature, so every single material will have the same location from the layer itself. Rather than changing all the locations through here, we just change once. Okay, so just remember to use that to catch the same information that's on top. Some call this as a father and son relation, you know. So the father is the layer on top, but you can keep going, you know. If I add sub layers to each one, you just keep growing the like a cascade, and all will have the same information. All right, cool. Let's go over the estimating tab. This is just a summary of what we have, and it's based on a timeline. So the linear is the first layer we created. This is the last. Do not, if you right click, do not sort by name, because you lose that timeline and it will be beneficial. Why? I'll explain in a moment, but let's go over real quick on the columns. You can create a plus, and you can create anything you need, like price, and if it's on the materials, if it has that information in here, I mean cost type, anything you write in here, it creates like a list summary. Okay, as you can see, application, it gives all the summary in here. And why is that important? It gives you a lot of speed, because let's say we're in the first floor in here. Let me just delete here. Cool. Let's say we're done with this one. The way where I copy it, I select everything. I select again to turn green. On top of the green, right click and copy. You go to the second floor. He's gonna ask me to scale. Cool. You check the scaling real quick. Nice, we're good. Okay, remember, if I copy here, it's not gonna bring any materials, so I'll copy with a right click on the plans, paste, new item, so they disconnect. If I change information in one, it's gonna change the information on both. I'm gonna change the location, so I'll keep separate as new. Depending on how many layers, it's gonna take some time to process. Cool. Now, if I want to change this one, what I do is I'll just change the first to second floor. This first the first item on top. Okay. When I go to estimating, remember the timeline, I can definitely say this is the first layer because I just changed it. If you are doing your takeoff on a certain logic, what I can do is click here, hold shift and go all the way to the bottom, click again. You can release the shift, right click, and then we have three options on the bottom. Fill down is going to bring the first information down. Fill width, it pops up the information and then you type it. Everyone will receive that information. Fill sequence, if the PlanSwift understands some logics, I just use like 1, 2, 3. So this the case in here, I just use the top two. Fill down, fill width. In this case, I would fill down. Just to make sure, just hit refresh. And as you can see, the father and son relationship worked. So all the layers inside has a second floor as this one in here. Okay, just remember, do that feature with the collapse. Everything collapsed. If you used the fill down with the layer open, it's gonna override this bracket dot bracket. So you don't want to lose that. Okay, just collapsed. Shift, right click, fill width, fill down. The fill down works from the bottom to up. Okay, let me just give you an example. Let's just put third floor. Cool. Click here, hold shift to the top, right click, fill down. If I click fill down, it's gonna use the third floor. It's not gonna use the second floor down. Okay, so it works. It's counterintuitive, but it works that way. The information that dictates is the first time you click prior to the shift. Okay, like this. Let's do first floor. You see, first floor was the first one I clicked. There you go. I think this is pretty much the biggest thing we can export from this tab. Okay. Going over to templates and just showing what I can really help you guys to do takeoffs. All right. There's a bunch of algorithm in here. You can create folders, create new templates, do some assemblies. But this is gonna, you can spend some time creating some templates in here. If you guys wanna, if you want me to create some templates and go over the logic, just leave a comment and I can work on this video for you guys. But this is gonna store everything and it's easier to copy it and then paste and then modify if I want to do something different, not start from scratch. I just change a name or a description or something. Just keep going. You're gonna keep building your template as you go. All right. If you wanna, let me see if there's something interesting here. You can export the template and send it to someone else from your team, or they can send you and you can import. Just remember, when you export, save as a zip file, send it over, decompressed, and then import, and then you can find the templates. Okay, and then it's gonna ask you to store it locally. You just hit yes, and it's gonna download it, and it's gonna have access to everything. Okay, cool. Let's go over the last thing I want to go over is the report. So everything, once the takeoff is done, you're gonna go over reports. You can create PDFs out of PlanSwift. I don't use it very much. I just like to export to Excel. But what I can do is go to grid view. Okay. If there's any headlines in here, like that, you just hold, drag out like an X, and it creates that list, okay, with columns, because I wanted that to match my Excel template. Okay, so what I do is have everything in columns. How can I get back with the folder? You just hit columns in here, you just write the name, just like the estimating tabs. If it exists, the information is gonna pop up in here. If it's not showing, just click in here, visible, and it comes back. You can modify the order, but this is the order that I use with my Excel. The location, the material, quantity, the unit, application, for the path, which is the name of the layer associated with. If you want to go back and change something, it's just going to help me. The waste applied and the folder. Okay, you can keep going. Pricing, cost, overhead, everything you want to input as much as you can in here, you can do it to export. Now you can filter information prior. My filters are, I just have in here material, so anything that's labor, it's not in here. So if let's go over real quick. If you go into one material in here, you see there's we create a type material, so it's only gonna extract all the materials and it's gonna be in here. Okay, and nothing that's zero, different than zero, not more than zero, because sometimes we use the negative materials in our favor to do the math for takeoffs. Okay, so it just does not equal to zero. It's not more or less than zero. It's both. I don't want any zeros, just to have as little as possible items for less data, because zeros is not gonna help it with any takeoff. So anything different than zero will be here. Okay, so I just hit apply. Real quick, if you wanna just change, you just keep going. Conditions, add groups, and but if you wanna just use that filter, feel free. Just make sure all the materials has a type equal material, and you're good to go. Okay. So what I can do is just click this button here, but it's gonna take some time. The quickest way is, let me just open an Excel, random Excel in here. Cool. So you just click anywhere, okay, to have that line highlighted. You just hit Control A. You just select everything. Control C for copy. Go into your Excel and you just hit Control V. And there you go. The whole data is exported. You can treat it as it is. Put pricing, combines, and for quoting. That's the way I do it. I have a separate Excel spreadsheet. But yeah, this is the final takeoff from PlanSwift, and then you go over to Excel. You treat the data for final pricing. I do that way. I combine PlanSwift for takeoff, FieldWire for visualization, Excel for final pricing. Okay. If you want to do everything on PlanSwift, you can also do it depending on the size of your project. You can go over some templates. You can create materials, you can input labor inside these layers, you can input overhead, input all the costs. It's just a matter of customizing your filter. You can create different filters, different reports, and then you can export in here. We have a print preview. I mean, just a matter of what you want, and the Excel and the PlanSwift can help you achieve it. Okay, the way I do it, I just need the data. This data here is enough for me. I treat on Excel, and then we're good to go. Okay, I think, like I said, this is 80% of what the software can provide, but I think it's 99.9% of what you need for takeoffs, okay, for accurate quality takeoffs. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna go over a project, and we're gonna go over again, and just you guys see on hand takeoffs with all these features that I show you guys. And it's probably gonna pop up some new tips and shortcuts, but as of right now, I think this is a good way to start. Okay, and if I remember something that I did not talk about on these videos, is because on that particular moment that I'm doing the takeoff, it's it became important, you know. It's not like I said 80%, because the other 20 we can apply on different and specific situations. Okay, but with experience, everything will be inside your head, because I think it's a very easy software to use. In a time, it just, in my mind, as Lucas, as when using the software, I'm very focused on speed. So if I see something that I have to do, I have 4 different ways, and I think the best, and I just go with the best way I know and fastest way. Okay, so during the takeoff, it's probably gonna show something new. Hopefully you guys can also learn as we are doing on these videos. All right, so I guess this is it. Until the next time, in the next video, and keep learning. Thank you. So this is it, guys. Thank you very much for another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye. Thank you.